Hello, thank you for joining me today on Tales from Collector's Paradise, Episode 2. I'm your host, Big Stevie Pump. So, guys, I want to address a couple of quick pieces of business before we get started today, and a little teaser of what's on my shirt, the Superman logo. That's a little taste of what we're going to get a little bit of today. Anyway, I'll get to that shortly, but a couple of quick pieces of business that I need to take care of real quick. I'd like to thank everybody for making the last episode of Tales from Collector's Paradise the most watched episode of all time. I really appreciate that, guys. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Keep watching, keep subscribing, keep liking the videos, commenting down below. I appreciate that. We're growing by leaps and bounds. Another quick thing, I've been talking to production. My agent, trying to get some better equipment and get some better things going. So I got some exciting things coming down the line. I've got some better, things coming down the line. Trust me on that, guys. But anyway, things are going to get better here on Tales from Collector's Paradise. It's just a matter of time. But I appreciate you joining me on this journey, and we got some exciting things to talk about. Like I said, as you notice, the Superman shirt. Well, since I now have this newfound job of being a professional YouTuber and all, today I decided I could wear whatever I wanted to work, so I wore this Superman shirt. So then that inspired me to think about a couple of things, which is where today's review is going to lead. Anyway, here we go. Okay, here we have it. Feast your eyes on this. Let me back up just a smidge. All right. And, I'm going to shoot in this style. I got a little bit of flack for, not doing the widescreen. And at some points, maybe I'll try to do the widescreen. But right now, we're just going to shoot in this cell phone style. I got creative control and all over Tales from Collector's Paradise, featuring yours truly, Big Stevie Pump. Anyway, what you're looking at here, the Superman poster, and I'm going to get into it in just a second, but real quick, this Batman here poster, I don't want to leave Batman out, and he's got something to do with today's review as well. But going back to Superman here, and actually real quick, let's just get a close-up of this date right there, DC Comics, 1978. And kind of look there, I'm going to talk about, it's kind of rough around the edges. But so here's kind of a couple little stories. So I woke up this morning, obviously, put on my Superman shirt. And then I got to think about this poster. And then I got to thinking about what I'm going to review today here. And I'm going to show you in just a minute. But for the moment, we're just going to take in and bask in the glory of this Superman the movie poster. So I've had this ever since I was a little boy. I went and seen this movie in the theater. And this used to hang on my bedroom wall as a kid. And, and now it resides up here in Collector's Paradise. So I had it packed up, and I'm going to show you here as I'm talking. So as you'll see here, this room is a collage of posters. Just the ceiling, I've got the ceiling covered. All these posters used to be buried away. And I've got some real exciting things coming, so I don't really want to give away too much around the room here, but I am going to show you Baby Yoda, because who knows, I can tag that in this and get a ton of views. Who knows, Baby Yoda. There's a Baby Yoda poster. Anyway, so there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and I don't want to give too much away, but on Tales from Collector's Paradise, there'll be lots of cool stuff coming. But going back, and like I said, sorry, I'm not doing any sweet camera work there. This is what I got, the best I got. Anyway, it's the Superman poster I got as a little kid, but all this stuff, all these posters, Brutus the Barber, let's get a look at that one. And Greg the Hammer, it's one of the first wrestlers I ever seen to get me in professional wrestling, Greg the Hammer Valentine. But anyway, all of these posters, it used to be packed away for a long time, and I finally dug them out, and I was like, Steve, what are you saving these for? What are you saving for? Well, I know what I'm saving for the moment I can decorate Collector's Paradise. So I put them all on the ceiling like this Indiana Jones. These four, it's a 4-piece Indiana Jones poster. Like I said, I'm trying not to give too much away in the room. And check out Masters of the Universe. I'll give you that, and that is enough. But the Indiana Jones, those come from Wendy's. And you got 4 of them, long years ago from Wendy's at Temple of Doom. And I have all these posters. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked because I wanted to talk about the figures, but I wanted to just kind of show you around the room of Collector's Paradise. So, enough about that. I'll be back shortly with some figures. Once again, feast your eyes on Superman poster from 19 Okay, I want to start with these. Oh, yeah, I meant to throw this stuff here, too. I want to start with these guys, okay? These little Spinmaster Toys, and I'm just going to throw these accessories here for just a moment. So some of them, I don't even 100% sure what comes with who, but like this Superman's obvious that come with him, and then Joker comes with this, you know, outstanding set of chattering teeth here. And then this, little punch glove, you know, gun or whatever. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of these little accessories. Each one of these figures, I think you get 3. So that's all we're going to cover on them accessories there. So these are 3 3/4 inch. And like I said, they're Spinmaster Toys. And they're making these small figures. And then they're making the 12-inch figures. While Mcfarlane's making the 7-inch line that we're going to cover here shortly. Anyway, just to kind of quickly, the Joker, I bought these. I didn't have any intentions of buying these. One thing I don't love is the hole in the back. Of course, they look pretty decent from the front, pretty decent articulation. And Joker was just a bonus because I went ahead and bought him too for some reason. These are $7.99. Now, I don't love the hole in the back. I get it, I don't love it in the cape, rather. In the back, I get it. They probably got some sort of backpack or something they're going to have. I'm not sure. But this is like a ribbon, kind of like a vinylish type accessory. I like that kind of cloth look, so you can, move it around. I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff. They got the articulation. You can bend, pretty decent. For $8, $7.99. And there's a whole slew of these things, man. And I can't even name them all. But, literally probably close to 20 of them. And here's Superman here. And see, I like what they did with Superman a little bit better because he also has the hole in his back. But the cape reminds me of like a first place ribbon if you, run the 40-yard dash or something. I don't know. Anyway, the cloth cape accessory, vinyl or whatever, I really dig on. And even these little 3 3/4 inch figures got that right. The Superman, I think, looks better. The Batman, I don't love how they did the gloves. They kind of cheaping out there, not painting that joint. I don't know, but it probably wear over time anyway. Maybe that's just how it is. The Superman flows and blends much better. So I think the Superman is the best of these 3. But like I said, for $8 each, I would say it's a buy, as a parent or collector or whatever. I don't know the nostalgia of them. I'm not going to buy all of them, but there's a few other ones, Shazam, and there's a Black Outfit, Superman and Robin and, Nightwing. There's a few others I probably will choose to buy. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about these. For $8, I'm going to give them a buy. That's how I chose to go with this video. And this little plastic container in the background, this is what actually holds all my hands and stuff. I started to put Joker up, but I'll do that in just a second. I'll change the set in a moment. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for $8. These guys, I'd give them a buy. Like I said, I'm not going to be the one that can buy all of these guys, but I like them enough to, make the decision. I could plop down, $24 for the 3 in front of you there. So anyway, there's that. And I'm going to review some more. All right, so here we go with these Mattel figures. Now, here's the deal with these. These are $20 a piece, okay? That's retail. That's normal retail. Now, however, I got both of these on clearance for about $12 a piece. Now, this is part of the Super Friends line, and I'm gonna show you here. Here's like just Superman's, the stand says Super Friends, and this is like a little holographic cardboard piece. I really dig on that, and there was like an Aquaman and a Green Lantern. I probably should have hooked, but I haven't yet. Maybe I can still score. Maybe I can score them on clearance. I don't know, but at any rate, I would pay $20 for these. And here's the Batman. Let me show you that. And then I'm going to get into these a little bit. But I've decided the way to grade this. I don't know that I have a number scale. Oh, this is, a 9 out of 10 or whatever. I'm not sure that that's even, I might do that sometimes. I don't know. But at any rate, we're going to talk about this Batman here. So, okay, he comes with the Batarang. Fair enough. We'll pitch him out of the way. Now, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to set Batman back up on the stand for a minute. And I want to show you this. This is like, as silly as this is kind of a thing that I really applaud Mattel on. And people really struggle with this accessory, this Batarang. Or excuse me, the grappling hook or whatever. People really struggle with this accessory. Companies do. And I'll show you what I'm talking about more in a minute. But on this particular case, you can wind the hook around that wheel and snap it right into place. And man, that's, not too shabby. He can hold that and point it, whatever, and make it look however. It doesn't look too bad. kudos to Mattel on that. So for $20, you know, you get these two accessories, the stand and everything, the holographic, the cloth cape, which is major, you know, for me. I'm gonna, you know, yesterday, whatever, the last Tales of Collector's Paradise, the most watched one of all time, by the way. I was, you know, giving Mattel a hard time about not doing cloth on all their stuff, and this one they definitely did cloth. And when I think of Batman and Superman, you know, how they look, this is exactly, you know, how I think they should look. As a kid, you know, growing up in the 70s and 80s, this to me is what Batman looks like. And what Superman looks like. So, at any rate, I'll show you what he looks like up close in a minute. But, so I really, you know, they got good posability. I mean, for $20, I mean, this is, and for 12, I mean, that's a no-brainer. But for 20, I'm a big fan. And let's get Superman again here. I just want to kind of show him. The cloth cape with the S, perfect. Once again, all the same posability. And, I mean, Mattel had the master license, and then sadly they have, you know, they lost it, and Mcfarlane has it now, and Spinmaster Toys, like I said, is doing the 3 3/4 inch and the 12 inch, and Mcfarlane's doing like the 7 inch. Another thing I like about these is I like them because they're close to the same size as the wrestling figures, you know, and I'm just going to grab this Ultimate Shawn Michaels here for comparison. So, I don't know, you know, and maybe the Michaels is a smidge bigger, but that's just kind of, you know, I like to imagine a world where the, you know, all my figures can live in the same universe, which is where the Mcfarlane's a little taller, and we'll show that in a minute. But at any rate, these figures, like I said, basing them on paying $20 for them, I think they're a buy. $12 is definitely a buy, but I really like them. They're the Super Friends. It's how I think of Batman and Superman as a kid. That Superman poster, it just reminds me of that. And that's, you know, today I was inspired to being a kid. You know, that, you know, 4-year-old that saw Superman the movie in the theater and having that poster hang on his bedroom wall for all those years. And now up here in Collector's Paradise. And, you know, that's how I come to this review today. So anyway, I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of the Mcfarlane ones here. That's what y'all came to see. So give me just a moment and we'll get to those. All right, so here we go. The DC Mcfarlane figures. And that you'll only notice, obviously, there's the two there, the Batman, the Superman. Now, in Series 1, this is all I chose to buy because I don't consider the others are an essential purchase. Like, there's a John Stewart Green Lantern anime, and then there's an animated Batman, an animated Superman, and I think an animated Harley Quinn. And it's like, you know, just not really that big of a fan of those. And I don't, you know, and they're not that they're bad figures. Anybody that's a fan of that anime style, you know, go get them. I mean, there's, you know, to me, well, like I mentioned earlier, thinking of Batman and Superman as a kid, this is more of my vision of them and the image I have in my head of what they should look like. The others are not anything like how I think they should look. So therefore, I'm going to choose to not purchase them. Now, in that Super Friends line of Mattel, what we were talking about, the Batman and Superman, the other ones being Green Lantern and Aquaman, yeah, I would definitely hook on those. But this particular series, I only view these as the only two to purchase. Wave 2, there's a Nightwing and a Batgirl, and it's another Batman. I think it's like I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me. It's more of like a Carnage-looking Batman, a Death of Batman type thing. I wished I really should be smarter on that. Somebody, hey, roast me on that, comment it down below, and light me up because I should know that. Anyway, they each come with a piece of a Batmobile, and they're $25. These are $20 a piece, and they each come with a piece of Batmobile, but it's a small Batmobile. It is definitely bigger than a Hot Wheels size, but it's like definitely not a, you know, $15 Batmobile. But anyway, so I do kind of like the Nightwing. I do kind of like the Batgirl, so I would be enticed to buy them. The Batmobile doesn't move it for me. That doesn't make me do it. And, you know, despite only having 2 of the 3 pieces of the Batmobile and being somewhat of a completist, I still couldn't justify buying that other figure. Maybe not even if I got it on clearance for $7. Maybe $5 might be my price point on that other Batman. Anyway, sorry, Mcfarlane, but I don't want to beleaguer the point too much. Now, let's get into these Mcfarlane. So I've had a few of my friends, you know, say, here's the Batman, and here's the stand. It's whatever. It says DC, kind of cool. And I've had a few of my friends say these are garbage, and they wouldn't buy them, and they hate them. And I'm not going to agree with that. They're not garbage. They're definitely worth $20. I would 100% pay $20 for this. Now, you know, he comes with the Batarang. That's cool, whatever. Now, this accessory, I don't want to give this too much time. I give the other one a little bit of time, but look at this. To me, this is a piece of crap accessory unless he's standing here holding his hand up shooting it. This, McFarlane, you should just be ashamed of yourself, and I'm not even going to give it any more time. Actually, we're going to put it over here in the pile with those other crappy accessories. So the thing with this Batman is, they got pretty good posability, and when McFarlane got the license, I was a little worried because his stuff always looks great, but it's not very posable. But this is decently posable. It ain't the most posable. It's not as posable as the Mattel. It's a bigger figure than the Mattel, and let's grab Shawn Michaels here to compare him. So the size is pretty close. I mean, I'm not saying Batman should or shouldn't be smaller than Shawn Michaels, so that's pretty close in comparison to, you know, the other one. But the other one a tad smaller, this one a tad bigger. But that's what we got there with Shawn Michaels and Batman. So, I don't know. I prefer the size of the Mattel probably a little bit better, but I did view this as a must purchase. Now, another thing on these, there was some leaked photos from like the German Toy Fair, and I think they acted like there was supposed to be a chase of this, and even that animated Batman, and there was going to be a, you know, blue and gray version, like, you know, how the Super Friends one kind of looked that I showed a minute ago. And there's leaked images that's been online from the German Toy Fair, but I did an eBay search, yesterday. I was going to, you know, try to do this sooner, honestly, this review, but I got sidetracked. But I did a eBay search yesterday and couldn't find a single chase out there anywhere. And, you know, I don't know if they're going to exist or not, but you might be on the lookout for that. Is, you know, this figure and then the animated version in the blue and gray look. So just throwing that at you. Now, I've saved the best for last, and let's just move Batman all the way to the back. No offense, Batman, but just at a first glance and everything, this figure just won me over when I seen it in the store, and I had to buy it. And the stand, McFarlane, I'm going to give you ultimate kudos. You know, I like it because, you know, he can even do this. Like, as far as the stand goes, it opens up and it clips around their waist or whatever. I'm a big fan of that. The stand, it stands out. And another thing I like, the Superman, its joints, I don't know. It blends pretty good. I like the way McFarlane did this. One thing that, you know, McFarlane, shame on you. What did you do wrong? This cape, this plastic vinyl rubbery cape. I just don't love it. It's not bad, but this is how I think Superman will look. I don't love the cape, but compared to this other Superman, let's back him up, you know, they're quite a bit bigger. Like I said, I prefer the Mattel size in a way. But with that being said, you know, this Superman, I would definitely say it's a purchase for $20. GameStop's charging $27 for these. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but GameStop, shame on you for charging $27 for these. I would definitely pay $20. I'm not sure I'd pay $27 for them. The only one of these McFarlane figures that I would probably come close to paying $27 for is definitely this Superman. I just really can't give McFarlane enough credit for how great of a job they done on this figure. It's one of my favorite figures of all time, and that's the truth. And I don't really score figures. I said I really wasn't going to do that, and that's, you know, I am, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and give this figure a 10 out of 10. It deserves it. And so, I mean, I'm not going to always do that, but if I find pretty well the perfect figure, we're going to go ahead and give it pretty well the perfect score. So there it is, folks. McFarlane DC 10 of 10 Superman action figure, and he's definitely worth $20. And I'm a big fan. I am going to buy some more of them. Probably not going to buy all of them, but but anyway, a definite win. Good job, McFarlane. I'm looking forward to seeing what else you got. Everything will not be a purchase for me, but I'm sure a lot of it will. And you really did a great job on the Superman. You should show this to lots of people. You should find a way to get the word out. This is a great figure. I'm trying to do my job in my part of getting it out. So thanks, McFarlane, for making this figure. Thanks all you subscribers and viewers for tuning in to Tales from Collector's Paradise featuring Big Stevie Pump. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope for many, many more. I got a lot of exciting things to come. Just to kind of give you just a spoiler alert. You know, like when the G.I. Joe figures come out, I'll be doing those. When the AEW figures come out, I'll be doing those. When the new Masters of the Universe, you know, He-Man figures come out, I'll be doing those. And many more exciting things, some throwback stuff from childhood or some special requests that somebody might send me in comments or in text or whatever. But a lot of exciting stuff coming down the road. Really looking forward to doing this show for you guys and really looking forward to you watching all this stuff. And I mean, you know, I've spent a lifetime of collecting and I've been trying to figure out how to bring it all together. And right now, this is the way I'm going to do it, is just bring it to you. Thank you. Big Stevie Pump signing out.